Hello guys, and welcome once more to Lux Coded. In this series of Python tutorials, we're going to be talking about strings. And you might ask, what is a string? And a string is an order sequence, and that means we can use indexing and slicing to grab substrings, characters. So how does a string looks like? So if we go here, you can type with single quotes, hello, that will be a string. We can, I don't know, here we can do double quotes, hello, and you will see the output right here. So this is the input, this is the output. So as you can see, you can use double quotes or single quotes, and in any case you want to use if you want to output, for example, if you do this single quotes and double quotes and try to print this out, it's only going to print the second line of code. Why? Because it doesn't have the print function. We can use the print function to output a string, or whatever you put inside that string function, you're gonna convert that to output. For example, we can do print, and then we can convert all of that, put parentheses, and we do the same thing with this one. No, not zero. And we put that in here, remember that quote, and there you go. We can see the hello and we don't see output here, right? So that's pretty much how you can print out a screen like an output. And let's talk a little bit more about the indexing and slicing of the string. So what indexing means is, for example, a string, in this case hello, has multiple characters. H-E-L-L-O, right? When you index, the index is a numerical number, obviously. For example, the H, it always starts with 0. So H is going to be 0, E is going to be 1, L2, L3, and O4. We can also do reverse indexing, and that's a pretty nice feature that Python has. That, for example, if you always want to grab the last letter but you don't know how long it is, you can always do a -1 as the index, and that will give you the last letter. For example, let's try. So if you want to do, let's create a variable real quick. S equals to hello. Here, and let me see if this works. So if you want to grab the index 0 of S, you get H, because H is the 0 and E is the 1, right? So let's write that way 1. Let's make sure. Perfect. So now you see hello, it's O will be the last letter. So if you do -1, then you will get the O. Something very neat we can do with this is you can grab any letter from the actual word or character, however you want to call it. But with slicing, we can do a lot of different things. What slicing does, it will allow us to grab a subsection of a string. The following syntax is the one used for slicing: start, stop, and sidestep. So start means a numerical where the slice starts. Stop, it's the same thing, but where it stops. However, very important, it does not include the number. For example, if you do 1, 2, 3 as a slicing, it's gonna go up to 3, but it's not gonna include 3, and we're gonna see an example of that further along this video. Sidestep is the size of the jump it will take. For example, let's say you have a word with 6 letters and you want to do the sidesteps of 2, it will go 2 by 2 letters. For example, let's say you do help. Let's do an example real quick here. All right, so let's first start with the slicing. So if we do name and then we do, all right, 1, 2, 3, and that's just start and stop, we run these cells and we get YT. Why? Because P will be 0, Y will be 1, and T will be 2. So you decide you want it to stop at 3, right? So it will stop at 3, but it will not include 3. That's very important. remember that whenever you do slicing, it does not include the stop. So let's try the side steps. So if something I want to do before the side steps is, let's say you want the whole string, you can do something like this, and you get everything, right? So if you want to write a string or a word backwards, you can easily do something like that, and -1, not a 1. And you see NOHTYP. So that's Python backwards. That's a pretty neat trick, and you're gonna find some challenges if you like to do challenges websites, stuff like that for coding. They actually help you improve your skills. So if there's any challenge that requires you to write something backwards, this is what you're gonna use. You're gonna use this example right here. So I want to show you a different example with the side steps. So for side steps, let's say you want to do a side step of 2, and we run that PTO. Why? Because it's only gonna take the 0, 2, 4, 6, those characters. So character number 0 is gonna be P, character number 2 is gonna be, okay, so P is 0, this is 1, and this is 2, so we get the T. So this is 3 and this is 4, so we get the O. And 5 it's N, and we don't have another character. So that's perfect, PTO. So this is pretty much the basic examples of how you will slice. If you need more examples of how slicing and indexing on strings works, please let me know in the comments below so I can actually provide a video. I'm gonna be hosting these Jupyter notebooks on the web. I will put a link so you guys can take a look at this. If you would rather have this as a Python document, you know, actually I'm gonna put the Python document and the Jupyter notebook so you guys can access the one that you actually prefer. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day.